for El Paso SRT for Homeland Security Investigations. Well, we have our big vehicle out here. It's an armored vehicle. It's an MRAP vehicle. It's mine resistant, ambush protected is what it stands for. This is what we use to deliver our team to high-risk warrant services. This is the only entry in the vehicle here, so all the operators, we've modified our particular vehicle to have the skids on the sides. So that we can have operators on the side and just get off the vehicle from the sides. Makes for a very fast deployment. That's what we're trying to do. If there's an issue while we're out serving a warrant service or something like that, we can shelter in place with this and then go into the surrounding call-out operations inside of here. We can generally get about 10 or 11 operators in here. Very tight, but we can do it. So we get them in there. We have a same on this side. We have a skid on this side as well. We can put four or five operators on here with a shield, and they deploy off this side. The team commander, which is myself, I'll stand in the MRAP and provide overwatch for the team while they're making entry into the house. Like I said, it's got a Cummins diesel engine in it. It's turbocharged. It'll move this vehicle about 70 miles an hour. We don't like to drive it that fast, obviously. 15 tons is hard to stop. So we usually run it about 55 on the freeway, going back and forth. We drive back and forth a lot between El Paso and here. So, and it provides it's kind of slow taking off, but actually when you get going, it feels like you're driving a car. These wheels weigh about 700 pounds a piece. They're run flat tires, which means even if they get penetrated by a round, they won't go flat. They will come down a little bit, but they have like a solid core inside of them, so that you can still drive on them when they get deflated. This glass right here is multiple layers of glass. It's about, I would say, about that thick. It's got multiple layers in there, and it will stop up to a 50 caliber round. The window will. So it provides very good protection for us. We have gun ports in here, so we can actually shoot from within the vehicle.
Eyes are open. Ah! That's quality. Oh, and it's still went on my finger again.
You may think it's pretty loud, but actually it's not too bad. But we do have gun ports there and in the back, and there are two on the side as well.
Illegal.
On top of the surprise of getting hit, the paint smears if you suddenly turn on your wipers.
All it takes is just to drift out of your lane a little bit, and then you definitely have an accident, and who knows what else could happen.
Richard Lehman of Big Catch Bait and Tackle on Niagara Street says paintball guns are not toys.
They can average anywhere from 200 to almost 300 feet per second.
Watch as he demonstrates what happens when a windshield is pelted at close range. Can they go through the windshield or no?
The windshield you should not be able to go through, but a side window, they can go through that because that's a glass that does break.
Petrol, because I'm not happy with that. Check it out. Didn't break. I didn't think it would. It's good. Gorilla's hard.
Alright, so for this paint mix, you're going to want to fill a pan about halfway with water. You're then going to want to put in a mixture. It's half flour, half cornstarch. And it'll help to thicken up the paint mix. just going to want to mix that around until it's all evened out. You're going to then want to add food coloring. I chose blue, but you're going to need about 4 to 5 drops. And it just kind of depends on what tint you want. And just mix that throughout. You're gonna then want to strain it to make sure there's no chunks left, and it should be pretty thick. Okay, so you're gonna want to buy a little the top to a spray bottle. I think you can get these at the store for like $1, maybe, and then some surgical tubing, which you can buy at Home Depot. So you're just gonna want to put the surgical tubing on the spray top and tie a knot on the other end of the surgical tubing to keep the paint in, and just stick the tube from the spray top in and start to spray. And keep spraying. Make sure you keep the surgical tubing held on, or else it'll shoot off. And so you're going to need a 7/16 washer. And so what I do is I fold it over and I stick a pencil right in between the crease and just put it on my knee and push up through the washer and pull. So you're going to want to push the washer pretty close to the bottom of the fold, like that. And here the test is. You're going to want to push the washer up to the top. Not too far though. And yeah. And that is it. Thanks for watching. Subscribe.